Hi, today we're going to be constructing the Polywood Long Beach Folding Adirondack Chair, the AD70535. I constructed this chair yesterday and it took a long time because the instructions don't have any directions. They just show several pictures of the chair in different stages of completion, but they don't actually give you any written instructions. They also don't tell you that there's several missing steps that are not shown here. So I'm going to show you those missing steps so that you don't have to call up the helpline where they do not really help you.
And where they tell you that they really don't have a video about this chair.
Okay. The first step is you have these plugs which you need to put in, and what you do is when you take these, before you plug these plugs in, you'll have to turn this piece upside down. So I won't take it out to show you that, but it just turns upside down.
It was tucked in beneath the chair when we got it from Costco, right on the box.
Yeah, it was parallel with this.
Right.
It was parallel with that. They don't tell you that this piece right here needs to be swung the other way. And the only way to do that is to take this pin out here. This bolt out here. So I'm going to do that over here. With my wrench. And the hexagon screwdriver that they send you.
This red device, yeah.
You'll need a wrench. They don't send you a wrench.
So you're removing this whole bar device here.
I'm not removing it. I'm just loosening one end of it.
Okay.
I'm loosening the end. That does not attach to the
Back of the chair.
back of the chair.
So you're holding the bolt in the back, at the top of the bolt, so that it doesn't move with the screw, and then you're unscrewing it.
Okay.
You've already done the other side. Okay, now you're lifting it off.
After you've taken the bolts out, you then need to pull these this way. And this is the part that's not shown, but you have to reverse these. It shows you a picture at the end which shows right way, right and wrong, but it doesn't say anything about actually doing them. So,
Having to disconnect it
yeah,
and reverse it.
right. So
Yeah.
that's confusing. So then you go ahead and put the bolts back in. Okay, and then you just tighten up the bolt. Okay, and then the last part we're going to put the arms on. And you'll see from this diagram down here that it shows us putting the screws in to fit our arms in. But it doesn't show where the other part of the arm is how it's gonna adhere. And that would be B, our bolt. So even though it doesn't show B going in, yes, we are gonna put our bolts that are here in. Two arms. Obviously you can follow the picture and see which goes on what side, but it's just easier to remember that the straight edge goes in the middle and goes on the inside, I should say. Okay, we're gonna put in our screw last because the screw is gonna bite into the Polywood, and we wanna make sure that we put the bolt in to make things straight before we actually go for it and put the screw in, because we can't pull the screw out because we'll already have we'll wreck the inside for it to thread if we do that. So let's put the bolt in. Okay, we're almost complete. We've put this bolt in. We just haven't tightened it all the way. We'll tighten everything finally when we get to the end. I've started this screw, so let's start tightening it. Okay, we just finished off tightening or screwing in these screws into the Polywood. We noticed a gap in this one that I hadn't quite got all the way, and of course if you don't get the gap all the way, they'll rattle and shake. So you want to get it all the way. And after we close that gap, of course we had to tighten up both sides because they were loose from tightening them up. So we're going to tighten these up and then we'll be done.
The gap we're talking about was there, but now is not. So, yeah, these are nice and tight there. Okay.
And we're done.
So we have a chair. A couple of chairs. Ooh. Enjoy your summer, folks.